Hi everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'll be putting together another reading journal favorite book, and this time it's from July. The book is Black Cake by Charmine Wilkson. I think I'm saying that right. It's an extraordinary book that I absolutely loved, and it really dealt with a lot of complex, layered topics, and I loved it. I actually loved it so much I wound up buying this book for my mother-in-law's birthday, and she was so excited to read it and enjoy it. This book has one of the settings in the Caribbean islands, or something similar to the Caribbean islands. So I decided to print out a map of the Caribbean islands, and another aspect of this book has to do with black cake. So I printed out a picture of black cake. From there, I didn't really know what I was going to do for my design. I looked through my Everyday Explorer stamps and I picked out some sentiments that I could use. Then I saw my Markup stamp set and realized that kind of I'm going to call them the swoosh marks. I don't know what kind of marks they are, but they resembled the black cake cover. And so I decided to do lots of those and just include them in several different colors that I felt matched well with the cover of the book. So I'm doing orange and yellow and a bright, a soft yellow, and also a blue. And I'll do them in lots of different spots so that way I can have different areas to put the different sentiments that I'm going to stamp. And so far it's going the way I want as far as decorating this page and how I want to kind of remember this book, because like I said, it was an incredible book. Now, it is the type of book where I can tell you what it's about, but I can't really tell you what it's about because I can tell you the bare minimum of what it's about, but most of it you just have to kind of discover for yourself and enjoy for yourself and find lots of great quotes to highlight. So the stamp sentiments that I picked out is: this is what family looks like, this was a good read, take it day by day, my story matters, and I belong here. So I picked all of those sentiments, and they all somewhat relate to the theme of the book, and I will cut those out and then figure out where I want to place them. After I have them all placed, I can then do my thoughts. My thoughts are going to go on the left-hand side, and my quotes will go on the right-hand side. As you saw when I started this page, I did some waves. Anytime I can use wave stamps, I am just thrilled beyond thrilled. This time I used some waves from the Days of Summer stamp set. If it's still available, I will go ahead and link it, but that's what I did to kind of start the base of my project. When I was kind of deciding where I wanted my sentiments, I knew that I wanted the family closer to two of the main aspects of the book, which is kind of the islands and also the black cake. So I knew that sentiment was going to go there, and this was a good read was going to go next to the book cover. The other three sentiments, I just kind of placed them in the other little clusters that I have. I really am so glad I took a second look at my stamps and pulled out the I belong here and my story matters, because that's important to this book. Okay, so what I said in my thoughts was this was a wonderful, one-of-a-kind book. There's a lot of underlying issues discussed in this book: story of family, choices, sacrifice, strength, and the ripple effect from one generation to the next. The book opens with Eleanor Bennett leaving an interesting inheritance. It is a recipe for black cake and voice recordings. It winds up bringing her kids together, Byron and Benny, who aren't close at this time, and they have to listen to their mother's recordings. And from there, their lives are completely changed and altered in a different direction. There's more layers that are pulled back from their mother's recordings, and they question everything at this point, from listening to their mother's story. And she tells this extraordinary, heartbreaking story of her life and the islands and the meaning of the black cake and the decisions that kind of changed the course of her life. Really hard things that happened to her that were just completely unfair to her. And but she kept going. She was an incredibly strong woman, incredibly determined. And I loved this book, and I loved all the pieces that fit together to finish up the book when you got to the end. And all the conclusions of how family was really the root of it all, and family is so important. So yes, extraordinary book. The first quote I have is, "I have lived long enough to see that my life has been determined not only by the meanness of others, but also by the kindness of others and their willingness to listen." Oh, isn't that a good one? The next one is, "Question yourself, yes, but don't doubt yourself. There's a difference." The next one is, and what about a person's life? How do you make a map of that? The borders people draw between themselves, the scars left along the ground of one's heart. Oh my goodness, these words are so good in this book. There's so many quotes to choose from. I probably could have done like a flap of all the quotes. And then the last one that I chose, I think, was somebody else's quote that they highlighted, so I don't know if it was truncated or cut off. But it says, "Untold stories shape people's lives, both when they are withheld and when they are revealed." So that was a really fitting quote for this book. So if you read this book, I would love to know what you think or what you thought of the book, and I'd love to know what book you're reading right now if you want to leave a comment in the comment section. I grabbed a blue marker to highlight some phrases to finish up this spread. I love the idea of adding in some more blue from the island colors. And I really, really love how this spread came together. This was such a special book, like I said, and there's a lot in this book to learn and experience. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing another reading journal spread come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. One last little step is adding some black hearts to add a black stamped piece. And then that's it. That's it, you guys. I love this reading journal. It is so special. All right, have a great day. Bye.